This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive / previews exclusive Batman vs. the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mikey as Batman. Now take a look at the front of the box, we can see an image of the figure. And if we turn the box around, we can see another image of the figure. And at the bottom, all the future figures from future waves that we'll be getting very, very soon. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here's Mikey out of the box. And oh man, what a fun toy. This is something that I have always dreamt of having. Getting things like Batman crossed over with my favorite things like Ninja Turtles is something that just speaks to me spiritually. I freaking love this toy. I cannot wait to check it out with you guys. So with this piece finally in hand, let's take a closer look at Mikey as Batman. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Michelangelo as Batman. Yup, that's a thing that happened, and holy crap, I love this so much. What a fun toy, dude. As I get further into my collecting, yeah, having really cool badass action figures is awesome and all, but when it comes down to it, I just want my toys to be fun and enjoyable and make me smile, and that's what this does. It's so freaking cool, and it's crazy to think that we're getting Ninja Turtles toys from DC Direct. Never thought I'd see that happen, but here he is. So this is just really cool, dude. So the head sculpt, first and foremost, just makes me smile. It's this big, happy, totally stoked to be rocking the Batman mask, Michelangelo, with big eyes. And I love how his bandana is like peeking through the bottom of the cowl. And the ears, it clearly doesn't fit his head, but he forces big dome in there. And I think it's so cool. What a fun toy. The figure itself looks great. I love how they added like these black lines throughout the figure to make it look like an actual drawing, or like the animation looks really cool, and I love that a lot, dude. Things from like the elbow pads, the musculature, the whole chest area. I love how they even designed like the M on his belt buckle, looks really cool. I love this a lot with the knee pads. Again, more of that line work to show like the line drawing of like the artwork, I think is really cool. And the classic two-toed feet for the Ninja Turtles, and we can lift the cape up and we can see the shell. I think the shell looks awesome. There's even some a little more of that black, and there's like a wash in there to break it up, and I think it just looks so freaking cool. What I'm excited about is that we have a soft goods cape. Nice, big, huge cape. This thing is gigantic. It's crazy how big. Like I could wrap him around this way and then take the rest of the cape and wrap it around that way, and yeah, he could fully engulf himself in this cape. And there you go, right, that's cover the face. I am the knight. Like, that's so awesome. What a big awesome cape, and I think it's so cool. And I kind of think, since Batman is bigger and taller than the Turtles themselves, I'm almost positive this is just the cape that they're going to be used for the Batman figure that's going to be coming out later this year, and they just put it on this Mikey, which makes sense, and that the fact the cape is so much bigger than Mikey himself, so that works perfectly. What a fun looking toy. I love what they're doing here, and yeah man, what a badass piece. Okay, so we do got some accessories here. We do got interchangeable hands, so we do get a pair of like semi-gripping hands. They're a little loose, they don't really grip a whole lot of stuff. We do get a pair of fully open palm hands with his fingers flared out, which is really nice. And then we do get a pair of thumbs up hands. Now the hands do interchange out fairly easily. You notice that the ball peg actually stays into the wrist, when a lot of times the pegs you just stay into the hands. So you can just take that hand and put in like more of the open palm one, like that. And they do interchange fairly nicely, and they stay on there pretty tight. From my opinion, they're not really loose at all. They don't come off that easily, and they stay on there pretty sturdy. We also do get the sewer manhole cover, which is awesome. The little NYC manhole, but it's decked out to look like a whole pizza, which I think is awesome. I love this. He can kind of grip this with his, semi-gripping hands. But I'm not really sure what else to do with this. I'm thinking about using it like a display base for him to stand on. So you could do that, but I still think it's very fun and a really interesting accessory. We also do get an actual slice of actual pizza, which is really cool. So that looks really nice. Fun little detail on that. You can see the cheese and the sauce and the pepperoni. All works really nice. And he doesn't really grip this that much either. You can get it to where it like rests in the hand. And you can do it. It's possible. You'll see some pictures later on where I've done it. You can do it like, say, something maybe in that hand. Again, where you kind of like rests. So that's about it. It doesn't really grip into any other hand. So that's a little disappointing. And I could even like put it in his mouth, because that mouth is surprisingly deeply sculpted in there. And I'm assuming it's to do that, to put the pizza in his mouth. So hey, you can totally do that. Now, here's one of my problems with this figure. He doesn't come with any nunchucks. How kind of stupid is that? Now, I get, because, I don't know, he has these like holsters for the nunchucks right here on the side, which you can store some, but he doesn't come with any. Having a Michelangelo figure not come with nunchucks is absurd and very disappointing. Again, this is just an exclusive like variant of the more wider release Michelangelo that we'll be getting later on. So I get that, but they clearly have the molds for those nunchucks. Why didn't they just include them in this little set here? I don't get that. So it's kind of odd having a Michelangelo with no nunchucks, you know what I mean? It would have been cool posing him around, swinging his nunchucks around, as Batman. I think that would have been dope, but they didn't do that. So everything else is cool. I love his accessories, but the fact that he doesn't have those just really kind of hurts my feelings, But still a very fun toy, just a little sad about that. Okay, so let's run down his articulation. So the head does seem to be on a ball peg, but I'm assuming because of this particular sculpt with the cowl the way it is and the bulkiness of the cape, how it's all bunched up, you can't really roll it around all that much. You're mostly just going to get left and right like that, and it works fairly good. You can't really do up and down or pivot side to side at all. Arms can go full 360 like so, up and out that far. We get a single bend at the elbow, not just under 90, rotation at the elbow, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. What's really cool, we actually do have a ball peg in the midsection right there, because this whole chest area and this shell itself are a little more of a softer plastic, so you can roll that around in there, and that's actually really nice, and pivot and turn around a bit. So it's pretty cool that we actually do get the articulation in there, which we don't see with a lot of turtles, with the exception of, I think, like NECA. They're the only ones that really did that, but that's really cool. We got hip joints that kick forward that much, back about that far, splits all the way out, rotation at upper thigh. We got double jointed knees. We got ankle joints that go up, down very far, and a really nice ankle rocker. So overall, yes, I'm a little upset that he doesn't come with any nunchucks, but this is still a very cool and fun piece. And for someone like me who's a fan of this type of crossover, this is practically one of the most perfect things you could have done for someone like me who absolutely loves Batman and someone who absolutely loves the Ninja Turtles. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Mikey comparison, here he is standing next to a couple other Michelangelo figures from Playmates. And just for fun, here he is standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive / previews exclusive Mikey as Batman. Now overall, I just think this is a really fun toy, and the quality overall is surprisingly good, because I kind of have my doubts here and there when it comes to DC collectibles. The paint is great, the sculpt is fantastic, I love that soft goods cape, and his accessories are very well done. My only minor complaint is that he doesn't have nunchucks, and that's kinda weird, but even without those, this is still a really awesome toy. If you love Batman and if you love the Ninja Turtles, I think this figure alone and the entire line coming up will definitely be a must get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.